Hello and good evening, or good afternoon, I don't know. Yes, good evening now, isn't it? We are here with another XCL exclusive race. We are at Mount Panorama in Australia. And yeah, we've got a nice little grid of us, what we've got at the minute, I think it was, 20 I'd say. It was looking close to 30, so we've got a nice bit of action around the hills of Mount Panorama. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. This is a tricky circuit at the best of times, very unforgiving if you hit the barriers, but I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can do. We've got quite a good field of drivers out there. Just a quick mention or congratulations to Sabre. He qualified for gold. I think it was either yesterday or today, but yeah, congratulations Sabre for being the next XCL gold driver. I'm expecting big things from you today, but as usual, we'll ride with the first driver out of the pits for the first flying lap around the track, and then we'll try and catch as many people as possible. But yeah, Riagmar shot out of the pits like he was a man on a mission, and let's see what he can do on his first flying lap. Yes, around this nice sunny Australian circuit. The Estonia is real saying, hey, got to give you that ad revenue. Yep, you always have. He always hops in at the start to give me a bit of just watch the adverts for me. But yeah, welcome for the stream. And Lynch, hey, how you doing, mate? I know you were looking forward to potentially doing this race, but I saw you out in the fields of Florida, so hopefully you've got me there and I can keep you company. It's Danny Boy dropping in saying good evening. That you're actually I'm actually using my proper Twitch stream manager, and it says that It's Danny Boy is a first time chatter, so welcome. I think I was talking to you earlier on, and actually Obi-Wan is a first time chatter as well, saying go LXX drivers. Attended Genie saying sup dude, just made it home, so I'm a bit late to quali, but that's fine, you'll be alright. You only need one lap around here, Genie, you'll be fine. But yeah, loads of guys in the stream already to keep me entertained for the next half an hour. It's a 50-minute qualifying session, then followed by a half-an-hour race, which will require one mandatory pit stop for a splash and dash. So it'll probably just be like you want to put 2 litres in the car. But yeah, welcome Obi-Wan to the chat for the first time, and welcome It's Danny Boy. Lovely to have you both here. How many LXX, obviously just, Obi-Wan was saying good luck to the LSX drivers, so I'm trying to figure how many there are. There's, LSX Gautier, and is that the only one? Oh no, it's LSX Goose as well, so there's 2 drivers out there. We'll keep an eye on them, Obi-Wan. Why aren't you out there racing is the question. But yeah, Riagmar, I don't know if he's defaulted his lap, but he's going to come round here for his first flying lap, and then behind him, German Wonder is actually still on a flying lap. So we'll see if he can set a time, and then we'll see where this is going in. It's Danny Boy saying I did a 2-hour race on the mountain last night and actually won. Oh, so you've actually got some rapid pace then. Why aren't you out here racing today, Danny Boy? Well, actually, to be fair, you're probably a bit more qualified to speak about this then. What do you think we're going to see as a kind of a pole time today? What is the kind of target time, you would say, Danny, for a pole time around here? Arriving Flame set to 2-minute flat, 0.2. Are we going to see a 1:59 or even a 1:58, Danny? You let me know. Riagmar goes in 2 seconds back, and then like I said, German Wonder I did mention has gone in just shy of a second behind Arriving Flame as well. A lot of the drivers coming down the hill aren't actually on flying laps currently, but yeah, so far, yeah, German Wonder has set a time. And OGFX, I think he's one of the Super Speed Racing Team drivers. He is 2 seconds back as well. There seems to be a trend here with the 2 seconds. Tat Mitra is in 5th with NSR Style getting a time in there in the Ford Mustang. It's a lovely looking car there. Ritz and Flitzer is there's 2 BMW drivers out there. He is in 7th currently. And then the time starts to tumble down. Hush Webb setting the slowest time of the qualifying time so far with 6.5 seconds off the pace. But I'm pretty sure Hush Webb will pick that up as qualifying goes on. Looking around here, there is not a lot of drivers out there setting flying laps. But let's just ride with Arriving Flame at the minute, our current pole man. It's Danny Boy saying, given the strength of the field, I'd say a low 1:59. Okay, that's his prediction. And Attended Genie saying a 1:59.9 is Patrick's personal best. So, and Patrick is one of the fastest drivers out there. So, I think we're saying, sometime between a 1:59.4 and a 1:59.9. That's what we're looking at. As I see Attended Genie parked over on the side of the road. It's probably because he's too busy talking to us to actually be out there racing. But yeah, Arriving Flame currently the fastest driver out there, being the only driver in the 2 minutes, 2-minute flats. Behind him, OGFX is on another flying lap, and so is the number 17 of German Wonder. So let's just watch these next guys come through. So first it's Riagma. He is 2.1 seconds back. Let's see what he can do first. And as he crosses the line, he does. Where's the line there? No, he doesn't improve. And then Arriving Flame goes across the line as well. He's not improving either. We have the 66 or the NSR Styles. He's coming around now. There's quite a lot of bunch up of these drivers all setting times here. But as he crosses the line, where is the actual timing line? It's back there. Yeah, so he's actually improved by a second there, which is a good lap by him. I can see the 27 car next come around. This is Hush Webb. I did say he wasn't going to be happy being 6.5 seconds off the pace. So let's see what he can do when he comes around now. I'm sure he will improve on that time. And as he crosses, I think we might be getting a bit of a bad server quality. I don't know if we're about to get kicked out of the server potentially. I think we might be having a server crash. Apologies if that is the case. I think we might be about to have a server crash here. Yeah, there we go. Called it. So 1 second, guys. I'll just get back into this as quickly as possible. I don't know if that was a server reset or if anyone can fill me in on that. That was just me. That's not a good start to the day. Yeah, looks like that was a full crash then. So has there been a server reset for some reason? Does anyone know in the chat? I can't see anything on Discord. 1 second. It looks like the server's just spat its dummy out. Well, I can't see. Is it back on there now? Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's a full reset back to the practice again. I don't know what's happened there. Yeah, Lynch is saying, like, yeah, since I'm working and I can't race, I guess I can watch it. It's Danny Boy saying that's lucky I had adverts. That's fine. Every advert you watch, guys, goes towards. It's not like I'm not trying to make profit out of you guys. Basically, I'm just trying to save up for a capture card so we can start doing, better like broadcasts with different graphics and stuff like that. So every ad revenue, every sub, anything that goes for goes to me, then obviously I'm putting it towards that. So if you do get an advert break, it is appreciative if you watch it. I only have it set for an hour, so for 1 minute every hour. Looks like they're just going to go ahead and start practice again, so I'm just going to go in the server. I presume that's what they're going to do. I'll just hop back in and then we'll it doesn't bode well for me because I have got another stream at 9 o'clock with XCL, so just have to change the camera angle back. There we go. We'll just ride with someone out there as practice goes ahead. Saber saying, "Oh, are you resetting the server to boost ad revenue?" Yeah, see, that's the thing, Saber. Yeah, if we just, oh no, we have to sit here for another 15 minutes. But no, I'm actually a bit disappointed because what we've got, like, I'm trying to work out the timings here. So this is going to be 10 minutes through till practice finishes by the time it's reset into qualifying. Then 15 minutes, let's say another 20 minutes for that. And then you've got a half an hour race. So we're going to be going probably into, what, about 8:30, 25 to 9. And then literally at 9 o'clock, I've then got to drop in. And because obviously, as you're probably all aware, the... what are we doing? It's the GTMR Championship, Sunday Championship. So Sprightly, unfortunately, has got some problems. We can't be at the stream today, so I'm covering for him. So I'm going to be doing like 2 back-to-back streams here. But then to be fair, I did do the XCL 3-hour. I did a 3-hour commentary stint then, so it's nothing new to me. But that's what I need you guys. You see, you guys in the stream chatting to me. That's what keeps me going. We'll do a bit of selfless promotion here though, guys, as well. So obviously if you are a Twitch user and you also have Amazon Prime, you can link your Amazon Prime account to Twitch quite easily. And then because you do that, not only do you get certain benefits, like you'll get like free stuff for some of your games and things like that you might play, but you also get given 1 free sub every single month. You can just give away. It doesn't cost you a penny to have. So if you do have Amazon Prime and you want to link your accounts and send your love and send your subs my way, like I said, I can put it towards a Elgato capture card. So that's my little advert there. Whilst we're also here, I will also give Saber a little shout out. Saber, if for anyone that doesn't know, is a game developer and he runs his own company. Gimbal Locked Studios, which you can see here on his name here, so Gimbal Locked Studios. So shout out to Gimbal Locked Studios and Saber. He is one of our staff members and a gold rated driver, so let's wish him all the best today. But yeah, bit of selfless promotion. Anyone else want to chuck in some stuff in there, let me know, we'll do it. Saber saying he'll propose to the bosses that in future we have shorter session settings ready to go if possible, i.e. 1 minute practice. Yeah, I think so, but it doesn't matter too much. It just means that we can have a little chat for a bit. You know, guys, if you are new to the stream, like I said, just feel free to, because this is the first time I'm using Stream Manager on my laptop, so it's really good because I can see a lot more. Because obviously when Obi-Wan messaged earlier and Danny Boy messaged earlier, it did come up saying they're first time chatters. Also, big shout out to Lev Stastic 21 and Sky Zoos the Boss, because you both are new followers today, so welcome as well. Yeah, we could probably do, you're right, Saber, with like a backup server where like, where obviously we can just quickly jump to it if there's an issue. Or even just potentially shorten qualifying down to 10 minutes, have like a 1 minute practice and then a 10-minute qualifying session, so it really shortens down the session. Because obviously when you have got, because as you know, on some of our days we have like stream, you know, or like races at like sometimes like 4, 7, 9, 11, and it's like sometimes you need that little gap in between. But yeah, are you out there? Why don't you do a lap? I'm sorry guys, I've just realised we're just sat looking at the pits. My apologies there. I was too busy chatting to you. I'm not giving you a very good stream at the minute, but that's the ride with the LSX Gautier. Obi-Wan said he wants to cheer on the LSX drivers. Are they both racing with the same skin? They are as well, so that must be a grey, blue and black. That must be the LSX branding. But yeah, the Goose is in the pen. But Gautier is out there in the Porsche, the 89 Porsche, so we'll just ride with him for a second and give LSX a bit of publicity, as he does go fastest out there, but we do know that he's some way off of the times. But then obviously the track, oh no, the track is optimum as well, so but he is the fastest Porsche driver out there currently, so well done to him. Yeah, so I have a I don't know what pre-roll off me. I'll have to look at these stats. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I need to work out some of these settings. But is, I was going to say, is Saber out there? But no, Saber's still sat in the pits. So Tender Genie's out there, though. See what Tender Genie's up to. I know he's in the pits as well. There's not a lot of action out there at the minute. But obviously it is just practice. This is the #1 car of Tat Latter Power. He's out there currently, so let's see what he's doing. We will get this over and done with shortly. Yeah, Tender G saying he's messing with the setup right now. That's true. To be fair, there is only one advantage to this. Obviously, if you were setting a qualifying lap and you maybe made a mistake or you weren't necessarily happy with a certain setting, because Tat Latter Power gets so close to the barrier that it has a little wobble. But yeah, it does give you a chance to potentially tweak those settings and you know, go back out there and have another go. Right. Yeah, so guys, if you are just tuning in, I see the viewer count has gone up slightly. So just to let you know, there was just a random server dropout. I'm not sure why. But we are back in action now. So we are just going back through practice. So, yeah, apologies for that. But we will get qualifying back underway shortly. Fingers crossed we don't have any more issues. If we do, I might just have to call it and not broadcast this race. But fingers crossed we do. As he's there, been a bit of a lawnmower out there on the track. There's only 4 cars out there. I think the 992 car is another car, so that is Joe Dirt. Let's ride with him for a second. That's another Porsche. Seems like the Porsche is having a bit of a go, but if that's the fastest they can go, 202s, they're going to be in a bit of trouble when the big boys come out and set the 2-minute lap times. We did see a 2-minute flat, but we are predicting Joe and was it Joe? Sorry, no, it's Danny Boy and Attendant Genie are predicting a 159. So we'll see if their predictions come true. 1 minute left of qualifying now. Ritson Flitzer is coming around to set a time, so we'll see what he can do here. He was 0.6 back. Like I said, it doesn't really matter too much because they could be doing high fuel load runs. You don't really know what people are doing in practice. That's why I wouldn't look too much into it. Zero C's is coming around now in his familiar gold Porsche. Oh, he's gone in the pits here. Done at 1978. Oh, that's a nice looking BMW. One of my liveries of the day. I do like the BMW livery. Let me tell you, the BMW, sorry, in general, they just look like really nice cars, don't they? But that is practice over, guys. There's a few drivers out there that are setting time, so hopefully we'll kick into qualifying shortly. NSR Style is out there. He was one of the fastest drivers in that first qualifying stint, but we'll see if he can maintain that pace. So the fastest driver out there in the first set of practice, so qualifying, was Arriving Flame, so he's the man to watch at the minute. But we didn't see Patrick set a time. We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 gold platinum drivers out there. The rest are rookies, bronzes and silvers. For anyone that is new to XCL or new to the streams, just to give you a bit of information as well, with the banners, they're not always correct, but red does mean that you are a rookie driver, which means you're new to XCL and you're working your way up the rankings. If you have a silver banner, that means you are a bronze driver or a silver driver, so that means you've moved up the categories and you're now one of the sort of the faster drivers in XCL. And then if you have a white banner, that means you are either a gold rated driver or a platinum rated driver. So if you want to get yourself a really good XCL rating boost, make sure you try and beat as many of the white drivers as possible, and that will definitely help you up the order. Right, so we shouldn't really have, it should be over anytime soon. I don't know if that 33 car is causing us to have to wait, but I'm not sure exactly, but he is about to, he's only on the last sector now, so it shouldn't be too long now, guys. Okay, so predictions then, guys. You have seen early that Arriving Flame did set the first fastest lap of a 2-minute dead. Do we think he is going to get pole position, or who is your prediction for a front row? It doesn't have to necessarily be pole position, but who do you think is going to get on the front row alongside Arriving Flame? Abu Tywin has just started following the channel, so welcome Abu Tywin. If you are in the chat watching right now, so if you are in the stream watching right now, feel free to say hello so we can know you're watching, but thank you for the follow. Here we go then, guys. So who was the first guy out? It was Riagmar last time, and it is Riagmar again this time. He likes to get out early, so we're going to have to go around the mountain one more time before we start seeing those qualifying laps. So yeah, if you do have a prediction, who do you think is going to get pole? Let me know. Yes, so Abu Tywin, thank you, first time chatter, welcome. I just noticed you followed as well. Yeah, just say thank you for that, but it's good that you found us. Are you a member of XCL currently, Abu? And Hot Since 92 Music saying Wickham Wanderers. I don't know what that means, but yeah, thank you for the comment. Attender Genie saying predicting Patrick Pole. Fair enough, Attender Genie. I think he's going to be up there, but I think the Arriving Flame is his lap time was up there with what Patrick could do, so Patrick's going to have to put a lap together if that's the case. Hot Since 92 Music. What do you mean by Wickham Wanderers? Let me know. But yeah, Riagma is out there. I don't know if these guys are going to start to... They're trying to bomb down the hill as quickly as possible, but I presume they are going to space out in a moment because they don't really want to be that bunched up. We can see Arriving Flame in the background as well as Patrick, so let's see if those guys can you know, produce a show in qualifying and then hopefully in the race as well. There is no bop here, so... yeah, is it, oh, the best what English football got. Yeah, fair enough. I like that. You were good when you had Akinfenwa, but there you go. Yeah, Riagma now setting his first flying lap. It looks like everybody but the 240 car is out there. Who is that? That is... yeah, Salient G hasn't opted to go out just yet. Abu Tawin saying he is relatively new to ACC, currently a rookie racing on Xbox, would be keen to get involved. Well, yeah, if you sign up to XCL, so if there is, I see there's 14 viewers in the stream right now, so just to mention, yeah, so you can join XCL by going on to, if you just Google Xbox Community League or go on to xboxcommunityleague.com. You can sign up for a rookie license on there. It takes less than 24 hours, and then basically you are then eligible to race in all rookie events. Every single day there's 2 to 3 or sometimes even 4 races that you can sign up to. You just find them on the website, and there's also a Discord channel which you can, I think if you go onto my page, you can see the Discord link to join the XL Discord as well. And there is also rookie only races, so for the newer drivers in XCL and just for newer drivers to ACC in general, you can obviously just join those kind of races, and you'll be racing with people that are a bit more up to your kind of speed. I sound like a real commentator. How much do you get paid to get out of your seat at Sky? Well, it was quite a lot. To be fair, I mean, I took a pay cut. I only get £1 million a stream, so it's I get by. It's tough, but yeah, I do my best. Love the pronunciation. Try saying "about to win" in Scottish. About to win. Yeah, okay, I like it. Yeah, I'm not very good at the old. Scottish accent. I'm not going to try and murder myself there. Yeah. Oh, you're a Scottish driver, I guess. Whereabouts in Scotland are you from? Glasgow. That's not a Glasgow accent. That's just me saying Glasgow. But yeah, the first drive. So Patrick does set the fastest lap out there with a 2-minute .3. But we do know Arriving Flame did set a 2-minute .2 in the initial qualifying. So yeah, I think these times will fall down. There are a few times tripping in, so it looks like, yeah, German Wonder is up there again, Style is up there again, Riagma again, so the same names are roughly where they were before, which is good news. But let's go through and have a look at a few of the other drivers that are setting times. Who's coming down the hill? I think there's a few drivers waiting, but yeah, at the minute, just to give you, so yeah, Patrick is currently on pole. Arriving Flame is behind him, but I do think we're going to see more time from him because he did set a time much faster than that. German Wonder currently in third, 1.1 seconds back. I think it's the only Ford in, there's 2 Fords in this race, but yeah, he is currently in fourth, about 2 seconds back, and then there's a lot of drivers within a second of each other, down to about 10th place where Alba Tours is. The drivers are coming back around the hill, so we will be able to catch a few more drivers as they come around. Some of the drivers are about to set their first flying lap, like AJ Cardozo is about to set his first flying lap. And we also have the number 51 car of Shumi. He is about to start his first lap. So the guys coming down the hill now are quite close. They're going to start squabbling with each other. We do have Riagman, and just behind him is German Wonder, and then just behind him is Arriving Flame. So these guys want to be careful with only 9 minutes to go. They don't want to have any incidents out here. But let's see what Riagman can do on his second flying lap. You're from Glasgow but live in Western Australia. Oh no, to be fair though, we do have an Australian server, about to win, and yeah, we are, yeah, I think that every Friday or Saturday there's like a Australian server race, so that's quite good news for you. You can race with some of the Aussie boys on here, and Hot Since 92 Music is saying he's from Mordor in Germany. Yeah, that's fair enough. Right, let's have a look at some new drivers then. So the number 16 car of LSX Goose, one of the drivers to watch in this race, if you're, as LSX1 did say earlier, but Goose is currently 5.6 seconds back in 18th place. Let's see what he can do this time around. He's going to want to try and get himself into probably about 2 seconds behind the leaders if he is going to yeah, make an impression on this race. As he crosses the line, he does improve by about a second. It goes up to P16. We have the number 23 car next, which is Albertors. He is. Oh, he had a little bit of wobble coming out the last corner there. 3.3 seconds back currently. And as he crosses the line, does he improve? No, he stays where he is. Let's see if we can catch another guy. The number 37 car of Sabre. So that is Sabre coming around to set. Yeah, he's 23 seconds off the pace currently. So I think he's definitely got more in that Ferrari than he's showing just yet. So as he comes across the line, he does improve. Goes up to P11, but still 3 seconds off the pace. So he has got a lot more to find. We have the 51 car we did mention earlier. He is coming around to set a lap. He is currently in 8th place, 2.7 seconds back. Let's see if he can break that down a little bit and get a bit closer to the front. There's a huge gap here. Arriving Flame does set the 2 minute 2, and Patrick is 0.06 of a second behind. But those two are going to run away with this one by the looks of it. Ashumi does go up to P4. Next, we've already shown Agma a few times, so let's go to NSR Styles. He is currently P5, 1.3 seconds back. So these two guys at the front with the 2 minute 2 and then the 2 minute 2 basically as well, but sorry, 6 thousandths back. Those two look like they are in a class of their own at the minute. No one else can get within a second of them, but there is a nice little battle between NSR, Shumi and German Wonder for what would be the 3rd place in qualifying. So let's see what NSR can do as he comes round now. NSR does improve slightly. He goes up to 3rd. Yeah, he's probably still got some more time in there. Who else is coming around now? We have, I just want to try and catch some of these drivers. We have the number 1 car of Tat Latterpower. Let's see what he can do this time. Hot Since 92 Music says that he's got his Sam Kerr and Tim Cahill jerseys on the wall. There are boys. Wasn't Harry Kuehl Australian as well? He was my favourite Australian, I think. Tat Latterpower goes up to P13, 3.2 seconds back. Joe Dirt coming around now. He's currently in P11. Let's see if he can break into the top 10 in that Porsche. He's currently the 2nd place Porsche in the little battle of the Porsches with LSX Gautier just ahead of him. About 0.8 of a second up the leaderboard. And as Joe Dirt crosses the line, he does not improve this time around. We'll see if he can in the future. Zero Season, another Porsche driver. He's currently back in 17th. There's still 4 drivers that haven't set a time, but Zero Season, let's see if he can improve here. Oh, as he has another wobble, just hitting that dirt coming out the last corner. He does improve, but that does mean he probably does have more time in that car. But that was a bit of a wobble there. We have seen this driver already, the number 51 car of Shumi, but we will see if he can then get back ahead of NSR, who has taken that 3rd place. Can he improve as well? They're just all taking a bit of a wide line on that last corner. Arriving Flame still holds the pole time. Let's ride with Ritz and Flitzer currently in the BMW. As he knows, yeah, there he is. I say that's not him. That was a Porsche in the wall. But Ritz and Flitzer, yeah, currently in P7. Let's see if he can start to get down the order a little bit. And then behind him, the next car on a flying lap is the number 30 car. Who is that? That is OG FX1. So we'll jump to him in a second afterwards. Let's see how these guys are getting on. So Tender Genie says he was predicting Patrick for a pole position. There is literally a hair whips in it. Ritz and Flitzer come around the last corner now. He stays in control of the BMW and he pops himself up to P6. He'll be happy with that one. Who do we have next? It was the number 30 car, wasn't it? That was OGFX1. He's come around the last corner now. OGFX coming around. He is 2.1 back, P9. He does improve by 0.3 per second, but not enough to get himself up the order. Let's ride with, who else we got a bit further back? The number 37 car. Who is that? That is Sabre again. We're right with him again. So, Attendant Genie says he keeps binning it. And yeah, Hot Since 92 says, yeah, oh yes, Q. I used to love Q. Ritz and Flitzer Fan Club Austria. Oh, you're a Ritz and Flitzer fan, are you? Klopty saying, did it fully reset? Yes, when we got into qualifying, Klopty, it literally reset back to practice. I'm not sure. Was that something that you did, or what went on there? Sky Zoos Le Boss, first time chatter in the chat, welcome, and thank you for the follow as well. And also, sorry, Hot Since 92 Music, thank you for the follow as well, guys. Really appreciate everyone hopping in and having a chat with me today. It does make the stream a bit more easier when you guys are chatting. The 89 car next of LSX Gautier. Let's ride with him. Klopty, I was in the stream. How am I going to let you know? To be fair, what Sabre was saying, Klopty, that might be useful in the future, is he did say, why don't we have like a backup server for these types of races where like we can quickly jump to it if there is a failure, and we can just tell everyone to go to the other... yeah, go to the other server. I'm not sure if that's an option, but here's what was mentioned earlier in the chat. Gautier is still P8, the fastest Porsche out there. Joe Dirt has started to tumble down the order. Now at the front, it is still Arriving Flame on pole. With 2.5 minutes to go, these guys are going to want to get out of the pits quickly if they are going to have any chance of setting a time. Yeah, I'll message you next time, Klopt. Apologies, I didn't realise. But either way, we're not going to reset it again, Klopty. We've survived. We have quite a high... guys, we have 17 viewers in the stream right now, so thank you all for hopping in and saying hello. Obviously, if you want to have a chat with me, feel free to chat. Like I said, this is a social race after all. Everyone's just racing for XCL rating points. So if you want to have a chat, talk about anything, Hot Since 92 Music is trying to convince us all that Wycombe Wanderers is the best team in England. I mean, it's questionable, but whoa, is that Albert goes off in the background. The 61 car is next. Oh, where are you? Oh, that's Alpha 1. Alpha 1 hasn't actually set a time yet, so this is actually quite an important lap for him. In that, that is an outrageously bright BMW there. You're not going to be able to miss him. I can tell by the way his car's twitching that he is definitely a controller driver. So if you do race on the controller as well, guys, don't be put off by XCL. There is a lot of controller drivers out there. Alpha 1, yeah, does go up to P24, so he has got himself off the back of the grid. Who's the next guy? So, do you stay for the next 2 races? Well, I will. The stream will end, obviously, and then I'll rebrand it all and stuff for the next race. But I am, because normally there's another broadcaster XCL called Sprightly. If you do want to follow him, his you just Google Sprightly in Twitch, but it's a 1 instead of an I. So please feel free to follow him as well, because he is the other XCL broadcaster, very good broadcaster. But he is unfortunately unable to do the next race. So what I'll do is I'll end this stream once this race is finished, and I'll be back on about 9:10, 9:15, once qualifying starts for the GTMR like championship race. So there should be 40 cars that one, but that's a bit more of a serious race because they are racing in an 8-race championship. Yeah, there are points and things. There's like a balance of power where people have different kind of. You're in the race. What is your Oh, actually, Hot Since 92 Music. Are you Mark Music? Is that you? I've just realised it's just twigged. I always cover you on all the races in your little red Porsche. In fact, you're famous on my TikTok, if that is you. So as this was all happening, sorry guys, I've been completely distracted by Hot Since 92 Music, and Patrick Sajek has broken into the 159s, and that is going to be a guaranteed pole for him, I'd imagine. There are a few drivers still out there, so apologies for chatting to the stream and not paying attention to the qualifying. But we do have a couple of guys out there still setting times. So Tat Staff is currently P18, 3.7 seconds back, so we'll see what he can do. Oh, you're Phrygia Penguin. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do know that I've actually covered you in another stream, but I'll give you a shout out in the next race. But yeah, I am covering the. So you're racing in the GTMR series, right? It does indeed. No, he's opting to go out. That was a bit anticlimactic there. I don't know if anyone else is still on a qualifying lap. I don't know if Drone Lander is still out there setting a qualifying time. If he is, he's just absolutely melted into the wall. That's a crumpled Ferrari. That's a commentator's curse if ever I've seen one. And the only driver out there which might still be setting a qualifying time is Tat Mitra, so we'll just ride with him currently. Tender G saying, I lost the car on my first outlet, tried to improve, but was too much bodywork damage. Where are you, Attender Genie? Oh, you're P4. You're talking like you've been at the back of the grid, mate. You're second row of the field. You'll be fine. Phrygia Penguin, I expect you to, like, I want you to win the next race. What do you think? Should I go with the reader? No. Or the writer? No, I don't think you should. I saw some really impressive Laguna Seca times in the Mercedes, and the Mercedes actually has got a minus 25 kilogram or minus 23 kilogram ballast bonus in Laguna Seca, and it's a pretty nippy car around there. So if you fancy being competitive, I would recommend trying the Mercedes in the Laguna Seca. Yeah, I've seen some times down in like the low 202s. Well, I don't know what sort of times you're saying at Laguna Seca, but I'm telling you now, there's definitely going to be one Mercedes driver at Laguna Seca racing in the GTMR series that will set a 202, maybe a 201. I don't know what kind of times you've got. Little inside info for you for being part of the stream and being a first-time follower and commenter. My pace was going to be in the 205, so it wouldn't have been that impressive. Okay, guys, so we have... oh, you hate German cars. Oh. It asked me if I was going to allow that because you put I hate. Because you put the word hate in that, it actually... My moderator said that it wouldn't allow it, but I will allow you to say you can hate German cars. That's an opinion, and everyone's allowed one. Okay, guys, let's have a look at the timetables then. So, Patrick ended up getting the fastest first, second and third sector. He was the only driver in the 159s. And there's only two drivers in the 2 minutes. So, watch out for these three drivers at the front. Then we have, from 4th down to 10th in the 201s. And then we have only a few drivers in the 202s. And it drops down to 203s, 204s, 205s. But really, it's all going to well being fast around Mount Panorama. But if you can't keep the car on the track, then you are going to... it's going to end badly for you. So, yeah. What are your predictions then, guys, for the winner of today's race? It's probably going to be one of the two McLarens at the front, I'd imagine. But any outside votes for a podium finish? Let me know. I'll leave that on for you for a second, guys, so you can actually see the timetables. Because you were interested in seeing that. There you go. Attended you saying not me.
20 seconds.
Do you think Ritz and Flitzer... So you're actually based in Germany? Is that actually where you are? Sorry. But yeah, Ritz and Flitzer, you think he's going to get into P1 or P3? Well, he's currently P6. And that BMW does have a bit of grunt. He's only really 0.6 of a second off the qualifying times of the driver in third place. There's no reason why Ritz and Flitzer can't. Ah, you're from Austria. Right, let's go out there, guys, and have a look then. So we have, we've been treated to a 26-car field here at Mount Panorama. We'll let them get around the track a little bit, and then we will see how we all get on. I'm just going to take a quick water break for a second, guys, just to cool my vocals down because I've got a lot of commentary to do over the next couple of hours, obviously, because I'm doing this race and then the next one at 9 o'clock. So just give me 30 seconds, I'll be back. Thank you for bearing with me. I like to try and drink some iced water. I don't know if that's good or bad for my vocals, but I find it cools your throat down a little bit. But yeah, so here we are then, guys. We're just going up the hill now, so we've still got a little bit of time before the race starts. So if you are new to XCL or you're new to these kind of broadcasts, so just so you know, we have a 30-minute race ahead of us. There is a one mandatory pit stop which can be indicated by the little orange one on the left-hand side of the screen. In this race with 30 seconds, 30-minute race, so you have to just do a splash and dash pit stop. If you are racing right now and you are listening to this, I would recommend that you put 2 litres of fuel in, because apparently there is a glitch where if you only put 1 litre of fuel in, it might not count as a pit stop. So make sure if you are listening, you do put those 2 litres in. Yeah, and we should have, this is basically going to be whoever can keep it on the road for 30 minutes. There's going to be a lot of incidents, I'm sure, but not just because of people racing, but because you're going to be bashing into the walls and stuff. It's very hard to maintain a 30-minute race or any kind of time race around here without crashing into something. So no kangaroos at least. But yeah, so here we have Patrick Zajek on pole in the 29 McLaren. Alongside him is Arriving Flame. These two are going to be bolting out at the front, and expect them to see them fly away from the rest of the pack. NSR Styles is in third in the 666 Ford, with German Wonder in the 17 Audi rounding out the second row of the grid. Tender Genie is in the 441 Lamborghini alongside Ritz and Flitzer in the number 8 BMW. Schumi is in the 51 Ferrari alongside LSX Gautier in the Porsche. And then we have Power Ranger and Riagma rounding out the top 10. Going into the 6th row, we have ODFX and Tat Mitra. And then we have Albators and Sabre on the 7th row in 13th and 14th place. ORR, Cadot and Zero C's are alongside each other in 15th and 16th. Tat Latter Power and Tat Staff teammates here in 17th and 18th. And then we have Drone Lander and LSX Goose rounding out the top 20. We have Walk 23 and AJ Cordoza in 21st and 22nd, with Alpha 1 and Hushed Web in 23rd and 24th. And then rounding out the back of the field, we have Danut 1978 and Salient G in 25th and 26th. There's only one corner to go before this race gets underway. It's going to be about, let's see who can actually just need to try and get around those first few corners with nothing silly. No people late braking themselves. This is quite a bunched up field. There's a lot of different cars, different powers here, so they're all going to come off the line a bit different. So we just need to keep an eye on that. The Genie saying that a crash has never happened to him before. I don't believe that. But here we go for 30 minutes of XCL action. It is green, 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 go, go, go. And yeah, we're diving down into the first corner here. Patrick will have the inside line. He should break away quite easily. I don't know if Arriving Flame is going to try anything too silly going into the first corner. Everyone seems to get around okay. It is massively bunched up. And normally when I'm watching, when anyone watches these races, or when you're racing in these races, it is normally turn 2 that does provide the first kind of crashes of the day. It might create a bit of a bottleneck, but as we see Arriving Flame try and dive down the inside, Patrick goes right. He does slam into the wall there. That is going to compromise him slightly. I don't know if he has actually spun out there. You know, he's gone back into the pit lane. I don't know if he was budged out there, but he is not going to be happy. If anyone can check Discord there, I don't know if Arriving Flame hit him or not, but Arriving Flame has gone out into the lead with the Ford just behind him of NSR Styles. That could be an angry Patrick. I'm not sure. It could have been due to driver error. I didn't really see it. Tender Genie has stayed out of trouble, and he is now up into 3rd place with German Wonder in 4th. Obviously, it hasn't reset yet because it is still saying that Patrick is in the lead, but he is not. But we have had a few yellow flags at the back. The 240 car of Salient G is facing the barrier. Everyone tries to creep past. As you can see, there is a bit of a queue of drivers behind, starting from the 621 car of Alpha 1. So I don't know if these guys just had a bit of trouble at the back, but they have all kind of come away. The only person that has opted to quit back to pit lane is Patrick, which is unfortunate for him. I don't know if it was. It looks like a touch, yeah. Danny Boy, I wasn't sure, but the way that he just quickly quit straight back to the pits means he's probably not a happy man. But Arriving Flame at the minute is out there, and we don't do, obviously we do XCL rating point penalties. We don't do like race penalties, so he is still the net leader of this race. That Ford is struggling to keep up with Arriving Flame at the minute, but obviously we do know that Arriving Flame in that McLaren does set the rapid times. German Wonder is taking a look at Attender Genie here in third and fourth. He is going to try and see if he can dive down the inside, but no, he opts out of it. So for now, he's just trying to keep it on the track, keep it in there. Ritz and Flitzer is up to fifth place. He's avoided trouble, with LSX Gautier making up 2 places at the start as well. Shumi has dropped down a little bit. He is in 7th, and Power Ranger is in 8th. So these guys are all doing okay out there. Riagma, Sabre, and Zero C's all opting to pit on lap 1. So keep an eye on those ones as the race unfolds later on. Later on, obviously, when everyone catches up with them. Yeah, if anyone's in the chat, we'll probably... If anyone's in Discord, can you just have a look in the general chat and see if Patrick is complaining about being touched? So we'd be curious about that. Attender Genie looks like he's getting stuck behind that Ford now. The Ford has dropped to about a second behind, 1.5 seconds now behind Arriving Flame. And it looks like Attender Genie does have a bit more pace in that Lamborghini. LSX Gautier is trying to put pressure on Ritz and Flitzer here, but Shumi is also staying onto the back of that Porsche. These 3 drivers are battling hard here for 4th, 5th and 6th. OTFX is putting a bit of pressure on Power Ranger here in what is a battle for 8th and 9th. Tat Mitra rounding out the top 10 is just behind him as well. So we've got some nice 3-car battles going along here. Also down the field, Orcadot is trying to put pressure on Albators. Just catching up here. This is a Ford versus McLaren battle as he just hits the wall there, and he goes slamming in to the left-hand wall after clipping the right-hand wall. And I don't know if he's going to opt to go straight back to the pits, but that's a really unfortunate crash for him. So Albators lives to fight. Well, he lives to fight another day, but yeah, the pressure from the Ford behind, that's really unfortunate for him. He was looking like he was trying to catch up there. But at the front here, it looks like, Attender Genie has dropped off a little bit now, and that's allowed German Wonder to get right a bit behind. They're coming down the hill now. Is German Wonder going to try and dive down the inside and try and take an overtake? I know he thinks better of it as well. That's really, really sensible driving by these 2 guys as Ritz and Flitzer goes wide there, and that's going to allow Gautier to get alongside him here, and that's going to give him the inside line for the next corner. Is Gautier going to get up into 5th place here? Looks like he's already got the move done going down, and it looks like, Ritz and Flitzer going to try and dive back round, but he doesn't, and Gautier does get through and makes it up into P5. Is Shumi going to make his day from bad to worse? He now goes down the inside of Ritz and Flitzer. This could be 2 places lost in 2 corners. The Ferrari dives down the inside, and that is another move done. So Ritz and Flitzer goes from 5th to 7th around the last and first corner. Good bit of action there. Where else are we looking? So actually German Wonder has opted to go in the pit. I don't know if that's because he thinks he is faster than Attender Genie. So Attender Genie is going to have to watch out for the undercut there. I don't know if he's going to, potentially... Is he going to answer that straight away and go back in? Down the field, it looks like Sabre, who has pitted, is making a move past Donut here. Donut hasn't pitted yet, and Sabre is trying to work his way back up through the field. I'm just looking to see if my stream manager is working currently. I'm not sure if it is. But yeah, so Sabre, just moving his way up through the field. What else we got going on? So Tat Staff is racing alongside Tat Latter Power here. So actually is these are the other. I like these the liveries here. Those kind of blue and pink liveries. But this is a battle of teammates here in these blue and pink cars. This is good, clean racing. I'm just going to ride with this one for a second and see what's going on here. I don't know if my Twitch stream broke, guys, so apologies. 1 second, I'll get back to you in a minute. Is he going to try and make a move down? We'll just follow him down to the hairpin and see if he does opt to make a move here. The Porsche does look quite mighty around the top section, but it's just the straight line speed that might be an issue. As he goes wide here, is he going to try and dive, bomb him into the hairpin? He does go for a late brake manoeuvre. It does make the move done. So that is Tat Staff moving past Tat Latter Power up into that top 10 place. Good overtake there. back at the front. Attender Genie is still trying to make moves on NSR Styles. He is proving to be quite a good driver out there. I'm just going to try and get my stream manager back up, guys, so I can catch up with what's being said. There we go, guys. I'm back on now. Apologies for that. If someone can just put a comment in the chat room so I can make sure that it is still working. But yeah, Attender Genie here currently in third place. But one thing he has to watch out for now is that German Wonder has pitted, and he was challenging Attender Genie for that position. But actually, I suppose what Attender Genie's looking at the minute is they're not really got any kind of traffic ahead of them. And whilst they haven't got any traffic, it is... it means they can probably pump in good times, because German Wonder is going to have to try and make his way through the field. Actually, at the minute, OGFX looks like he is trying to put pressure on Ritzenflitzer now for 6th and 7th. Schumi has made his way past Ritzenflitzer in that action as well. Oh no, that was early on, sorry, but he has managed to stay onto the back of him, but OGFX is going to make Ritzenflitzer's day worse. Yeah, about a boot to win is saying, yeah, all good, perfect. I hit the clip that button after that little bit of stream, but I have to try and clip it afterwards. But that was good racing out there. Actually, Attender Genie is now right up on the back of NSR. I don't know if he's made a mistake there, but that Lamborghini is trying to see if he can make his way through. German Wonder is currently in P13, but he is closing on the packer behind him. Around the field, Hush Webb is putting pressure on Salient G here for 22nd and 23rd. Just have a little ride at the back here. Hush Webb and Salient G have both pitted, so this is actually a battle for position. There are a few drivers ahead of him, like Walk 23 and Donut. They haven't actually pitted, that probably will fall in behind these guys. Hush Webb looks like he's a bit more racier than Salient G at the minute. Is he going to make a move here coming up the mountain? I don't know if he's just going to try and stay behind and then maybe make a move coming down the hill. It seems like the safer bet to do it. Hush Webb is just moving into a bit of clean air. We'll just ride with this race for a second and see what's going on. Hush Webb starting to put the pressure on, but LSX Goose, who actually must have had a mistake there somewhere, he is actually at the back of the field here. That is the leader of the race coming through here, so he's getting held up here by Hush Webb, but that's not obviously, you don't have to get past, it's the courteous thing to do, but unfortunately for Hush Webb, that's going to drop him right off the back of the Porsche. Is he going to be able to tag onto the back of these guys, or back of Hush Webb, and a Salient G lets him pass? As he does, he goes into the barrier a little bit there, and that's allowed Hush Webb to creep through as well, so Hush Webb has capitalised as I suspected. Salient G hit the wall, and not only is the leader gone through, but also Hush Webb, so that is good news for him, and he now moves up to 22nd in this race. Power Ranger is about to make a move on AJ Cardoza. AJ Cardoza doesn't have to let him pass, although Power Ranger has pitted, so this is a race for position, but obviously eventually AJ will fall down the order when he does eventually go in the pits. Looks like Power Ranger is much faster here in that red and black BMW. He has Sabre behind him as well. Sabre has also pitted, but Sabre's probably liking this kind of battle here, because he does mean he can obviously close in on these guys. As the BMW goes wide, can Sabre avoid that? He slams on the anchors, and now he is putting pressure on the BMW. That BMW might have some damage. Are we going to see Sabre try and make a move down the hill into the final few corners, because that knock on the front of the BMW might be causing him some issues. I don't know if he's going to have any steering problems, but that Ferrari is right up on the back of the BMW. Can he make a move up into P16? This is actually a race, a battle for position here, because they both have pitted. AJ Cardoza ahead hasn't pitted yet, so this could be a battle for what is potentially 15th here. The Ferrari is right up behind the BMW. Is he going to try and capitalise on that slight damage mistake? He tries to go down the inside, he thinks better of it, and Sabre tucks back in behind. He lives to fight another day, and that battle might go on for a little bit longer now. I don't know if AJ Cardoza is he opting to go in the pits now? Yeah, that is good for, that's good for Power Ranger, because now that means that he hasn't got that car ahead of him. Sabre is going to try and see if he can capitalise soon, because obviously he is going to want to try and get up the order a bit. But actually, he's technically net 4th of the people that have pitted. German Wonder is the driver that has the net pit lead at the minute, but he has got a lot of traffic ahead of him. At the minute, Schumi has got Ritzenflitzer and OGFX behind him. This is a battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. And Ritzenflitzer, who did lose that position to Schumi earlier on, is trying to see if he can make his way back past. As we see, there's a big old collision here. That is the number 27 car. That's Hush Webb, I believe. Is that Hush Webb and Salient G? Yeah, that is Hush Webb, crashed into the wall. It's really unfortunate for him. There must have been some sort of collision as he waits for all the cars to go past. I don't think he can get that car back around. Oh no, as he'd say that, there's another McLaren. I don't know who that was. Which McLaren was that? Was that Albators? Is collided with Hush Webb there, and that is going to give him some severe front end damage. Tat Staff is going to be pleased a little bit to see that, because now he's going to be able to close in on that gap. But going back to the original battle, as I was saying, we have Schumi here in fourth here, and as Ritzenflitzer goes a bit, takes a lot more speed out that corner there. But this is a battle for obviously the top, to finish in the top 5, which I always say in any kind of race, regardless of your speed, if you can finish in the top 5, there's always going to be some serious XCL rating points. But Ritzenflitzer has found another gear now, and Schumi is massively dropping off the back of the drivers ahead. I don't know if he's got some damage, but yeah, he is now, as you can see, that's second and third there on our shot there, and this is currently third, fourth and fifth. So there's a little battle going on here between these cars, but so far so good. Mount Panorama has provided us with a ton of action, wouldn't you say, guys? I don't know if Patrick actually ended up quitting as Ritzenflitzer goes around the outside. Is he going to make that move, stick around the outside here? They're going to go side by side, and it looks like, OTFX was going to try and dive down the middle of them. But actually, in doing that attack, he might then lose the place to the McLaren here. But it looked like, I don't know if, Schumi is carrying some damage. Because, again, he is now 8 seconds off the back of Attendagini. So the longer and longer that Ritzenflitzer stays behind Attendagini here, he is falling down the order. So this is not falling down the order, sorry, but falling further and further behind. This is going to be a great news for German Wonder, who is starting to catch up with the drivers ahead, and this is going to hold him up slightly, as he has got Tat Staff ahead of him. Yeah, these are, it's a battle, because obviously although they are back markers, you're not just going to get out of the way up the hill, so sometimes this is going to hold him up. So it is good news for Attendagini in third, who is just tucking in behind NSR, because I think German Wonder is suffering with a lot of back marker battling here. So Attendagini, if you are listening, you don't have to panic too much, because I think German Wonder is getting caught up between a lot of back markers on the mountain, and you've got a lot of clean air. So you just need to keep pumping in those good lap times, and I think you'll be all right, or good for it at the end. But Ritzenflitzer here is trying to work his way past Schumi, I think he's had a crash here though. Sorry, yeah, you can see Ritzenflitzer, sorry, whilst all that was happening, has had an accident. He's got big front end damage, and that's allowed OGFX and Schumi to break away. But Schumi is now 9.5 seconds off the guys ahead. So really, OGFX might want to just opt to go in the pits here, because these guys are getting held up massively by that Ferrari, and they're just falling further and further back from the front end battle. Round the order here, Tat Staff is now battling for Albators here in 8th and 9th place. Albators, we know, does have damage after colliding with Hush Webb. Yeah, I was going to say Tat Staff opts to go in the pits. He thinks rather than battle, he's going to try and do it on the through the pit lane as well. Further back, do we have any other kind of battles going on? Sabre is still chasing down Power Ranger, but he has dropped down the order a bit, 2.3 seconds back. JME 2K7 saying Red Fox love the streams, and the racing tonight looks on par. Yeah, it's good. It is good to race today. I am covering also the GTMR championship race after this. If you're racing in that, JME, let me know. It's Danny Boy saying Patrick was complaining about Arriving's internet, so it looks like he was lagging. That's probably what it is then. What's his ping like? I know Arriving Flame's got green ping, so he's not too bad. But are we saying it was a touch? I'm not sure. Schumi is now lost his position to OGFX. OGFX is going to be thankful for that, because he is now, so at one point Schumi was 5 seconds off the battle for second and third. He is now 10.8 seconds behind. So expect OGFX to drop Schumi quite rapidly here and show what kind of true pace they could have had. I think Schumi must have some damage out there. But German Wonder is now up into 8th place. He is half a second off the back of Albators. Again, every single time he gets caught up with these drivers, he goes wide there. Like I said, so if Attendagini and NSR are listening in the stream, German Wonder is really, really caught up in a battle ahead. So you guys are pumping in good lap times here, so you should be okay. But German Wonder, is caught up behind Albators at the minute. He looks like he will potentially make a move here. And to be fair, once he passes Albators, he's got a lot of clean air and he can start to pump in some good lap times. So Attended Genie, once he makes his next overtake, this could be your chance to come in the pits before he starts to pump in those good quick lap times and capitalise and close that gap on you. But German Wonder is still stuck behind Albators here in the battle for 7th and 8th. Is he going to try and make a move down the inside? No, he thinks better of it, so Gem Wonder is going to have to wait a little bit longer to make that move, as he does to bounce off the curb a little bit there. But we do know that Albators does have damage. He is 17.6 seconds off of the back of Tatmitra, so Tatmitra's got a comfortable 6th place as long as he can keep it on the circuit. What else is going on then, guys? Just keep you an eye. Well, I'll run you through the order back to front. So Salient G is currently in 24th place. There was about 28 drivers at the start of this race, so he is still beating 4 drivers. They have quit. Hush Webb is in 23rd. He had a bit of a disaster with the crashing. And then we have LSX Goose in 22nd with Donut in 21st. He has got some big damage on that BMW there. AJ Cardoza, he rounds out the top 20 currently in, about 32 seconds back in the Mercedes. And then we have LSX Goatia. The LSX driver is not having a good day of it in 19th and 22nd. Walk 23 is currently in 18th place, 10 seconds back from Or Cadot in the other Ford Mustang. Tat Staff is in 16th. He just looks like he hits the wall there, so he's been in a bit of trouble. Alpha 1 has made it up into 15th place. Ritz and Flitzer, after his pit stop and accident, obviously he's probably repaired some damage. He finds himself in 14th place currently. Sabre is in 13th with Power Ranger in front of him in 12th. And then we have Droneland, who hasn't pitted yet, in 11th, with Riagmar, who is technically net second with the pit stops. He is 3 seconds back from Tat Latter Power in 9th. Albators has lost a place now to German Wonder. German Wonder is up to 7th place and does have that lovely clean air. So I would advise the guys in 2nd and 3rd. We do know that German Wonder does have some really, really good pace. So if you are in 2nd and 3rd, I would probably opt to pit soon because, I know some of the people's strategies say if you stay out for longer, then you're kind of, if you don't have a crash, then if you have a crash there on, you can repair it. But we do know that German Wonder is a rapid driver, so if you are in 2nd and 3rd, this now might be the lap to think about pitting with 10 minutes to go. Tatmitra is in 6th, with Shumi in 5th. As you can see, OGFX has dropped Shumi by 2 seconds over the last few minutes. Just going to show you how much faster he could have been. Attended Genie is still sat in behind NSR Styles, in 2nd, who is 13 seconds behind Arriving Flame with the fast lap of the race, and he is flying at the minute. He's got loads of clean air. He is cruising at the minute. And as long as he doesn't make a mistake, he should walk away with a win here today. That's your roundup, guys. We're just coming into the last 10 minutes of this race. Tat Latter Power is opting to pit now, but let's just ride with Attended Genie for a second whilst he, let's see if these guys maybe opt to pit this lap now that German Wonder has been released into some lovely clean air and he is starting to pump in some good lap times. JME saying, I really wish I could race, but don't have my Xbox anymore as I have a new PC for PC gaming. Was kind of thinking that XCL had PC racing, but they don't at the moment. To be fair, that could be an option for them in the future. Always worth putting a mention in the chat, or maybe you can ask Glopty if you can set up a PC division. They're always looking for more helpers and stuff, as Attended Genie is trying to potentially make a move here on NSR. This has been a good battle for the last 20 minutes. Oh, as he just hits the grass there. And, he lives to fight another day there. Attended Genie is opting to pit. That's what I would have done if he is keeping an eye on the race or listening to the commentary. Then he will know that German Wonder is clear. So what I am curious about now is how much time Attended Genie is going to have over German Wonder. Obviously, he did get stuck by a lot of back markers where Attended Genie did have a lot of space. So this will be curious. NSR will know now that Attended Genie has pitted. And I would imagine that if Attended Genie can have a decent outlap, NSR might be under trouble here for the 2nd place in this race. Look at this. Riagmar has just got past Albators for 8th in this race. He is now tucked in behind German Wonder in the 2 net pit leaders. Obviously, we do know Attended Genie said has pitted now, so he is coming out of the pit lane now. Where is German Wonder? So German Wonder is coming around. Ah, there you go. So that was good pit stop idea by Attender Genie, because German Wonder is only, what, 4 or 5 seconds down the road. And obviously if he would have stayed out for a little bit longer, we do know that German Wonder in that clean air would have pumped in some really good lap times. So Attender Genie has called that strategy perfect there. And that has allowed him to stay ahead. And he's going to have, I think, what, about a 5-second gap as he crosses the timing screen. We'll see. German Wonder is... Where is he? 5 seconds. Oh, I'm too good at this, guys. JME saying, oh, that could be interesting. Might be have to approach with PC races. I don't mind hosting the races if it brings in punters for XCL. Yeah, SimGrid is a good place. There are a good... I think the Sim Racing Collective, TSRC, used to have some good PC leagues as well. As Attender Genie hits the wall! So Attender Genie, who did... and I was literally just saying earlier, the reason why some drivers stay out for longer is because you have a crash with 7 minutes to go and you get some damage. You have to run that for longer. But Attender Genie, with maybe cold tyres, just gets a little bit loose there. And that might be a lifeline for NSR Styles, who is coming... Yeah, he's opted to stay out for a minute. Attender Genie still has a buffer over German Wonder behind him, but he just went a little bit faster. Hopefully he hasn't got too much damage. It looked like it's a little love tap there. But we'll keep an eye on that one a little bit more as it unfolds. Albertors has dropped off the back of Riagmar here. There isn't really a lot of battling going on here. Looks like the 27 car does have a few cars behind him. That is Hush Webb with a bit of a queue of cars behind. He lets them all through. That is also, is that Tat Staff in front? Yes, so Tat Staff is trying to chase down AJ Cordoza, but I don't know how far he is behind. A boot to win, saying bedtime for us down under. Top Notch Racing and commenting. I'll keep an eye out on what yous have going on. Cheers. Yeah, no worries about to win. Yeah, so there is actually a Aussie race at least once a week. So just keep an eye out for that. Maybe speak to Shadow Gaming if you see him on the... because he's the Aussie counterpart, I think. As we can see, the BMW of Denut making a move on Hush Webb here. That is actually a pass 4 position, so that was a good overtake there by Denut. And he moves himself up into 21st place. Attender Genie, after that crash, has lost about a second on German Wonder, but he has still got a 3.3 second lead. Those guys are now in 5th and 6th, but obviously the 4 guys ahead of him have not pitted yet. He does have a bit of clean air. They only have one back marker between them. That is the Mercedes of AJ Cordoza, so hopefully they can catch him at the good part of the track. Have a good sleep, a boot to win. Yeah, Jeremy saying he joined LFM. Yeah, I think I see them all the time on Twitch. Alpha 1 is now actually only 1.2 seconds behind Dronelander for a battle of 13th and 14th place. We'll just stay with this one for a second, as obviously all the race unfolds with just under 5 minutes to go. So this is actually a race 4 position. And actually, all Cadot behind in 15th. He's also just in the back of the picture. So this is could be a little spicy battle moving on between 13th, 14th and 15th here. Alpha 1 looks like he is trying to close that gap on that Ferrari. I don't know if that Ferrari has got a little bit of damage. And yeah, it looks like he maybe has. So he is going right around the outside here. And don't think Dronelander is going to put up much of a fight. And that does move Alpha 1 up into P13. Good overtake hit by him there. You can see the twitchiness of the car. I don't know if Orkadot is going to make the same pass moving soon. He'll move himself up into 14th place. That was a good little overtake there. Donut has now lost his position back to Hush Webb. So Hush Webb did lose position to Donut. He is now back behind. So that's going to be a little battle that's going to unfold as the last 4 minutes goes. Shumi is actually now only 1.5 seconds behind OGFX. Actually, as NSR Styles now does go in the pits, has he lost the position to Attender Genie? I think he has. I think Attender Genie is now ahead of, yes, as suspected. So Attender Genie was actually faster than NSR. NSR didn't react to the pit stop of Attender Genie, and because of that, he has now lost that position. So, Attender Genie now finds himself up into, that will be the net second place of this race. That he'll be really, really happy with that one. NSR finds himself in 5th, and he has actually got German Wonder, which is the battle for the last podium spot. So NSR versus German Wonder is the battle for what will be 3rd and 4th. once the last 3 drivers have pitted. But with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go, where is the Roving Flame? So I think he is going to either opt to pit this lap. I think he's going to have to pit this lap. No, he's going to pit next lap, and that'll be him going on to the last lap of this race. So there is now, as the Roving Flame crosses the line, there are now 2 laps left of this race. So Attender Genie, NSR, German Wonder, all these guys will know they literally have 2 laps left to make their moves or keep their defences up. This is going to be a really exciting battle between 4th, 5th and 6th here, as they're all separated by about 3 seconds. It is getting juicy now going into the last few minutes of this race, the last few laps. Shumi's still right behind OGFX. I don't know if these guys are going to opt to pit. I presume they are. So OGX dies in the pits. Shumi dies in the pits. Let's see who comes out winners there. Attender Genie coming around the last couple of corners now. I think he'll comfortably cruise past these guys. There shouldn't be any issue at all. It'll be interesting to see where they come out in regards to Riagma in 7th, who will then, this is probably a battle for 5th place when these other guys come in. OGFX still not stationary. Shumi is, but he was a bit further down the pit lane. So Arriving Flame has to pit next lap. Otherwise, he will get a big penalty. Attender Genie currently 2 seconds clear of NSR, knows that he is now starting his penultimate lap. There is now 2 laps left in this race for them. German Wonder right up behind NSR. That is actually the battle for 3rd and 4th. It looks like Riagma has made his way past both of the pit drivers. As you can see, the McLaren of OGFX coming out of the pit lane. Power Ranger actually might make his... so Power Ranger's actually got past Shumi here. And that's good news for him. And I think there's Tap Mitra, although Tap Mitra is somewhere down the order. But Power Ranger's actually made his way up past those drivers as well. So we only have 1 driver left to pit in this race. Attender Genie is currently in 2nd. NSR is in 3rd. He's got German One behind him. They've got 1.5 laps now left to make these moves. Shumi has lost out to OGFX and Riagma. And Power Ranger, sorry. So Power Ranger, good little stint by him there. He finds himself up into 7th place now. He will stay 7th because obviously when Arriving Flame pits, we should come out back in 1st place. Should be no issues. The only thing that will stop him now is a stop and go penalty, as we can see Arriving Flame coming into the pit lane, and he will also trigger the last lap of the race. So Attender Genie now knows he's only got 1 lap to go, and German Wonder is going to have to make a move, and he's going to have to make it fast if he is going to steal that last podium spot off of NSR, who has had a good, clean, solid race. Riagma is comfortably in 5th place here with OGFX about 5.9 seconds behind, and then it was a good move by Power Ranger to steal that 7th place spot. Let's go to the battle that matters, and I suppose here Arriving Flames coming out comfortably. Attender Genie coming around the last corner now. So let's ride with German Wonder and NSR for the last lap of this race. This is the battle for your final podium spot. It's been a cracking race, guys. I don't know what you guys think in the broadcast, but it's been a lot of entertainment, a lot of overtakes, been a lot of action. And actually, just to mention as well, Sabre is actually only half a second behind the back of Tap Mitra as well. And this is literally a battle for 8th and 9th, and they will have also 1 lap now to complete that. So, good luck to these both on the last lap battle. We'll try and jump back into that one and later on. At the minute, it is German Wonder chasing down NSR for the last podium spot. With Attender Genie just ahead of him there. Arriving Flame is coming around the top of the mountain now, so it shouldn't be long before he is coming down the hill to complete the race. Good solid drive by him. A little love tap into turn 3 with his probably main race rival Patrick. He opted to quit out, and Arriving Flame is going to take this win. But German Wonder looks like he got a bit loose there. I think that's a big lifeline actually. So NSR is closing in on Attender Genie here. So it's not by no means over here. NSR looking like he's going to try and steal that place back. He is going all guns blazing down the hill. Attender Genie probably just trying to keep it out of trouble. But these 3 drivers are so close. I don't know if they're going to stay as it is. I mean, I presume they probably will. They're not going to try anything stupid on this last lap. But just to mention, Arriving Flame is coming around the last couple of corners now. We'll just yeah, say to him, congratulations on your race win. Solid drive, but Attended Genie is on the defensive here with both third and fourth just behind him. Is German Wonder going to try anything silly down into the last corner? He knows this is going to be his last opportunity to potentially do an overtake, and no, they keep it clean. So it looks like it's going to be Attended Genie finishing in second. It's going to be NSR in third, and German Wonder just misses out on the podium in fourth. Great entertainment, great driving. Arriving Flame takes the win. Attended Genie in second. NSR third. German Wonder fourth. Riagmar is going to come around and take the 5th place spot. Best of the rest. Great drive by him as well. OGFX for the Super Speed Race Team, I believe. He is coming around in 6th place. Congratulations to him. Power Ranger actually got... Shumi dropped down the order. So OGFX will be happy with that. Power Ranger is going to take 7th. Yeah, Tap Mitra, who did have Saber behind him. Looks like Saber potentially made a mistake here. But Tap Mitra is going to take 8th place here. Saber will take 9th. Shumi will then round out the top 10. He did have a chance at a podium at one point, but he will round out the top 10. Ritson Flitzer, unfortunately for him, misses out on the top 10. He will finish 11th. Good driving by all of these. Albators here is in 12th. Alpha 1 takes 13th. And then there's a few jobs just coming down the hill now. Tender G saying that was nice. Yeah, good drive by you, mate. Lynch saying great race. I enjoyed that, everyone. Jeremy saying well done to the podium, guys. Quality race for that 3rd spot. One more lap and that race would have got spicy as hell. I think so. But yeah, Alpha 1 finishes in 13th. Alex X, Gautier. Good recovery drive to get himself up into 14th. Drone Lander coming around now to round out the last driver out there. He is going to finish in 15th. Saber saying great commentary, fun race too. Yeah, it was a good race. You got into the top 10, which is always a good, anyone that finishes the top 10 around Mount Panorama has had a good day. And I think there's one less driver out there. I don't know if he's just run out of fuel. I think potentially he has. But yeah, that was a good race, guys. I'm going to take a quick break. So yeah, just to fill you in, guys, I am doing the GTMR race in half an hour's time, although I won't start until the start of qualifying. It is a championship race. It is the 3rd round of I think of an 8-round season. I'll try and give you all of the sort of information later on. But yeah, thank you, guys. This is probably one of the busiest chats I've ever had. Really appreciate everyone coming in and having a chat with me. It just makes the streams a lot better when you all come in and have a chat. I do my best to try and talk to all of you. But yeah, thank you all for stopping by. If you do want to hop back in, I'll be back in about 40 to 45 minutes when qualifying starts for the championship race around Laguna Seca. Should be a really fun one. Yeah, but yeah, thank you all for tuning in, and bye-bye for now.